Good morning, happy Monday. How are we? So this is my Monday morning live. I'm in a different location. I'm in my kitchen. So I wanted to show you today a product that only launched last year, and it was a massive success for lots of reasons, which when you watch this video you'll kind of go, aha, right, okay, now I know why it was massively popular. And it's actually done wonders for me. Hello, hi Zoe. So I want to show you and talk to you a little bit today about our air purifier. Now, I'll start off by putting a caveat into here, a disclaimer. We can't guarantee anything medicinal. We can't make any medical claims. We can only go by our own experiences or the experiences from our customers, and obviously the technology, the proven technology. And for me, the air purifier, when I got hold of it, it absolutely changed the way that I felt when I was at home, and I'll explain why. So for me, I actually suffer from non-allergic rhinitis. Okay, I saw a specialist last year after a good few years of just suffering from sore throats, runny noses, sneezing, coughing, having like a tight, aggravated chest. And I had one of those procedures where she goes up your nose and down your throat, checked my throat, checked my nose, and there's issues here, there and everywhere, but ultimately the outcome was that I've got a reactive respiratory system. So I've got an aggravated, I suppose you call it windpipe, and it's aggravated through rhinitis. And rhinitis, non-allergic rhinitis, is basically things within the home or the environment or out of the home and in the environment that can trigger symptoms, physical symptoms in your body. They're very, very similar to allergic rhinitis. So I actually thought I'd got hay fever. I'm not allergic, I haven't got hay fever as per se, but different things, different pollens and blossoms and stuff that's out there in the environment actually does aggravate me. So when our air purifier got launched, I was like, genius. Genius, okay, because I knew from doing a lot of research, from talking to the consultant, that anything within the home that can support you and how you feel and alleviate symptoms is an absolute bonus. So I kind of went around the house and I did lots of different things. I have dust mite things plugged in around the home because dust mites can aggravate rhinitis. I have this I don't even know what you call it. It's some kind of a spray that you put over cushions and bedding and mattresses and flooring and curtains, and it actually kills off I don't know what you call them, like little mites and stuff like that. Anything that's around the home that holds on to furnishings, that lives in furnishings. And believe you me, when you do your research, you'll be like, oh my God, what's in my house? Especially when you look at the big photos of the creatures. But, and I also obviously got my Scentsy air purifier. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had also got another incredibly expensive air purifier from another very popular brand. And I had that in my lounge, and that's what I was using in my lounge, but I didn't have anything in my kitchen. So this was like a natural step to like helping to make my environment better for me. Now, on top of me and my situation, that those that know me would have seen all this going on last year. My husband also has allergies. He's allergic to dogs and cats, and we have dogs. And he's allergic to grass and tree pollen and gets hay fever and all that kind of stuff. So between the two of us, I was spending all year sneezing, coughing, having a runny nose, having itchy eyes, and he was having sporadic symptoms of hay fever and allergies, and he gets like itchy skin and all sorts of crazy stuff. So we took it upon ourselves to try to make our, especially with working from home with the whole pandemic, try to make our environments as healthy for us as we could. So this is, if you haven't already seen it, let me just turn the camera because it's on a cord and the dog's asleep and I don't want to pull the cord because it will shut his cage and it'll wake him up. So it's, as you can see, it's quite big, it's quite a large unit. It's on at the moment, so you can see the brilliant white lights, and that's basically saying that the air is clear, okay, because it's been on all morning in the kitchen. The door's been shut, so nothing from outside because it's been really sunny. All the fruit trees in the garden are in blossom, so the plum tree is, the pear tree's coming. We've got another tree, I think it's a cherry tree, that's in blossom as well. So this is doing its job within the kitchen for me, where I've been working this morning and studying. So it's on at the moment. Now, what is amazing is it's really quiet. There is a noise, there is a volume to it, but it's not like I've heard some fans that are just like white noise, that are really really quite noisy, and then you turn them off and suddenly it feels bizarre because it's peaceful. This isn't like that. This is actually quite a low noise product, so you might hear it on depending what your hearing's like, but I don't take any notice of it whatsoever. It's got a 𝘿𝙪𝙨𝙪 filter, and that is amazing because it actually removes, let me just move the camera, 99.95%, so 99.95%, so almost 100% of airborne particles. Now obviously in the kitchen I've got 2 dog beds, I've got a cooker, it's a very busy room, the door gets open, so if there's any pollen or anything floating around outside it comes in pretty quickly. So it has to really work hard in my kitchen, and it does an amazing job. It absolutely purifies all sorts of things, and right down to microscopic levels, 0.3 microns in size, it will suck in, purify and store safely in that filter. So all dust, all pollen, mold, bacteria, everything that you don't necessarily see floating in the air, but it's present. And they're all things that, if you're like me, that will set off my sore throat, that will set off my nose, that will give my eyes, make my eyes run, make my eyes itchy, start me coughing. And if you are an actual allergy sufferer, like hay fever like my husband, he started yesterday doing his annual sneezing. So we knew it was coming. So now where we kind of like, oh, we'll open the door, it's spring, let's get some air in the house. It's like, no, the garden is full of blossom. Let's shut the door. Let's keep the air in the kitchen really good and help you so you don't sneeze all day. So if you suffer from any of those allergies or irritants, then it's fantastic. And I know when he vapes in here, the screen down here goes bright red because obviously it's got that active whatever substance in the air that it's trying to eradicate. He's not supposed to vape in here, it's illegal. But he does anyway when he thinks I'm not watching. But the crazy thing is, because I've got a nose for smells, obviously this is what I do for a living, I can smell it and then I can actually taste it. So I know he's been vaping in here, and I only got to look over to the air purifier and see this glowing bright red for evidence, for proof. So it's amazing what it can filter out of your environment, and it kind of, I think we've all been sort of on a massive journey over the last couple of years of, like, you know, how to create our environment safely, that we can work from home, and you know, we've had a lot of things to think about with the air that we breathe and the quality of air that we breathe. And on our general health and well-being, haven't we? So I think something like this, if you're into self-care, if you are a sufferer, like I say, of irritants and stuff like that, like I am with rhinitis, or if you have hay fever, then having an air purifier in your home could potentially really help alleviate your symptoms. Can't guarantee, but potentially they could. And again, do your research. You've only got to type into Google to research air purifiers and how amazing they actually are. What I love about this, it's not just an air purifier. Obviously this is Scentsy, so there's a little bit more to it than just being able to purify the air and giving you clean air, okay? You can actually fragrance at the same time, and we know that our fragrances are safe. I mean, just by kind of the whole of this system being an air purifier, if our fragrances weren't safe, we wouldn't be able to use them in conjunction. So there's lots of products out there that create home fragrance experiences but contain nasty chemicals and stuff like that. And we've always prided ourselves with Scentsy that we contain no harmful chemicals. Everything is safe for you to use within the home. So at the top of the air purifier, you will see we have 2 pod holes, okay? And these are where you can actually place the Scentsy pods, which is the home fragrance part of this unit. It's optional. If you just want to have it on, okay, with no fragrance, absolutely fine. You know, you might be putting it in a nursery, you might be putting it in a child's room, you might be putting it in an office that you work from home, and maybe you just don't want the fragrance because you've got a warmer on in your home or in your hallway and you just want the benefits of the air purification. You don't have to put the pods in, okay? But they are the 2 spaces that you will put the pods in. And what happens is when you do put the pods in, I've just turned it up, turn it back down. When you do put the pods in, the air comes through all of this venting at the top and it helps to circulate the fragrance out, throw the fragrance out and into the room. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. So this is a pack of pods. This is one that I've been using. This is actually last year's stash, but it's very nice because it's appleberry, so it's quite fruity. Nice for sort of springtime. So basically you have 2 pods in a pod clamshell. You can use 1 or 2, totally down to your preference. If you're putting this in a small room, you might find you only want 1 pod. You might find that you're overwhelmed with fragrance if you have 2. If you're in a busy room, like a high traffic area where doors are open, doors are shut, people are in, people are out, like my kitchen, for example, you might find you want 2. Also, if you've got pets and you're putting it into a room to help clear all of that, then again, you might want a slightly stronger fragrance, therefore you might want to put 2 in. So you've got your holes at the top. You can either put 1 in, straight in, or you can put 2 in. Okay, entirely up to you, just so you know. What I love about it is, again, it can work to what you feel you need in your home. On the front, you have a control panel. Can't see back to front, so I'm gonna have a little guess. Yeah, so just here, the top button here is an automatic timer. So again, if you're putting it into a room maybe with a child, or you're putting it on yourself at night because you want to have your bedroom clear overnight, maybe you know, again, you suffer like I do, rhinitis, then, you know, having it in your bedroom is a fantastic way to clean the air for yourself. You can have it on a timer, and you can either have it on 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. So what happens is once it's completed that time, it just switches off, okay? And then you can just turn it back on manually whenever you are ready. So really good for like an 8-hour night time. I've used it upstairs in the bedroom at night. And again, thinking about electricity, if you only want to have this at night, so you wake up in the morning, you're not stuffy, your nose isn't running, you're not sneezing instantly, from any allergies or irritants and stuff like that, and you want to be clear-headed for when you get out and go to work for the day, then the 8 hours overnight would probably be absolutely sufficient for you. Also, you have a fan speed. Again, you can set this to auto. In the kitchen, I have this normally set to automatic. So it's on a steady purification. And then if something happens in the environment, the back door's open, pollen comes in, we suddenly start to cook, maybe the kitchen door opens and some smells from the street come in, or whatever the case may be, it will then kick in automatically and speed up the purification. You also might then see the red light come on because it's working hard to clean the air for you. And at the bottom, you've got a dimmer for the actual light band that you have around the control center. So you can turn it off and have it on, whatever you want to choose. So again, it's totally up to you. I quite like little bits of light like that, so for me that would work, but for some people it might be a little bit distracting. So it really does help to improve your air quality. You can use it in rooms up to around 200 square foot, so perfect for a bedroom, like a double bedroom, maybe a nursery, maybe an office. I've got a kitchen diner, which is a larger space it's in for me, but I've also got a lounge which is half the size of my kitchen diner. So for me it works in all of those spaces. But if you've got, like I used to have many years ago, a through lounge, like a terraced house, you might kind of want to make sure if it's on that the doors are shut, so the air is being really cleaned in that area because it's a larger area. So, talking about the pods, there's actually 32 different fragrances that are available. They're all on my website, so you can absolutely choose what sort of fragrance that you want. Whether you like your florals, whether you like your fruities, whether you like something really fresh. If you've got dogs like me, I intermittently change it to kind of clothesline, windowsill breeze, so it's really fresh smelling, especially if people are coming in the house. But you can absolutely pick and choose whichever ones you want. And the love of the pods is if you have 2 packs of pods of different fragrances, you can actually create your own bespoke fragrance that you love. So you could have something like clothesline, you could take 1 pod of that, and maybe a lemon type of fragrance, and you could put 1 clothesline and 1 lemon, so you're going to get a really fresh, clean laundry smell that's got a really nice zesty lemon fragrant note to it as well. So you can mix and match. You don't have to use the same pods in at the same time. You can choose whichever ones make you feel good, make the room smell nice, and give you the ambience that you absolutely want. You can get replacement filters. If I just turn it upside down, underneath here is where the filter sits. Obviously the filter lifespan is completely dependent on the environment in which you use your air purifier in. I find for me, I need to replace my filter. I've only replaced it once, but it was around 3 months, but I have it in the kitchen. 2 dogs, 2 dog beds, the oven, the air fryer, the back door. It comes through from the hallway, so a very high traffic room. So for me, 3 months was about what I kind of expected, to be fair. And it also depends on the usage, how often you're using the product, how often it's purifying the air will depend on obviously how frequently you need to change the filter. Now, what I really love, if you're thinking, yes, I like this, it is a considered purchase. It's £303, okay, but I've looked on the market. I have one of the very expensive other brands, okay? And when I got diagnosed with all the rhinitis and all the issues that I've got with my nose, ears, throat, I went straight out and I bought, didn't even think about it, I bought a very expensive one, about £600, okay? And I use it every day, and I've had it for nearly 2 years this year, 18 months, and it's worth its weight in gold. So to me, okay, it was expensive, but it's done its job, it works, it helps me. And when I bought this one, I didn't even quibble over the price. Yes, it's a considered purchase, and I'm not saying for 1 minute that, you know, it's not something you need to think, but when it comes to, like, for me personally, when it comes to health, well-being, how you feel, what you feel you need in your environment, I thought £303 really is not going to break the bank. So However, for you, what you can do is, if you do want to get one, don't go and just order it off my website, okay? Come to me directly, because what I can actually do for you is I can actually set you up a party link. I can put this product alone, this one product alone, into your party link for you. And when you get over £245 in a party link, it triggers free and half price shopping. So bearing in mind this is £303, just by putting this straight into your party link for you, it will trigger for you a half price item of your choice, and it will also trigger for you 10% of free shopping, so £30.30. So if you're thinking, yes, I really like that, and wow, I didn't realise I was going to get something for half price and for free if I buy it in that way, then what it means, if you want to get some pods, you could get a pack of pods under your half price, so it would be 12, it's now going to be 6 for you. Or, and depending how you want to spend your money, you get £30.30 free credit, so you could go and get some more pods completely free. Okay, so it gives you some options if you're thinking, yes, do you know what, I've had my eye on this for ages, I've heard about this, I do suffer with irritants and allergies, and I would love for my home to have this extra filtration in the room that I spend the most time in. If it's an investment that you want to make and you want to get it, then get it with the perks, okay? Don't just go on my website and buy it, pay the £303. Let me put it through as a party link for you, and let me give you the rewards as well, because do you know what? You deserve them. So that's what I wanted to come on and show you today. It is absolutely amazing. Like I say, I've talked to you mainly from my own experience or from actual facts about air purifiers and Scentsy air purifiers, but it's down to you to decide, oh, is that something that you want to invest in? Is it something that you want in your home? Do you feel it will benefit you? Is it worth investing in it? And if it is, then just send me a message and I can get it all organised for you and shipped directly to you. So I'm going to have a little look if there's any questions. Hello everybody. Oh, there's loads of people I completely missed. Hi Jill, how are you? Zoe, yeah, go for it. Hi Roseanne, hi Sandra, hope you're okay. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Have an amazing Monday. It's lovely and sunny out here. This is going to do its job. This is going to be my workhorse today, because I'm going to go and sit outside. I'm going to go enjoy some sunshine, do a little bit of studying, and then I know that I can come into my kitchen and my kitchen air is going to be so nice and clean. So have an amazing day. Love you all. Thank you for supporting me. See you soon. Bye.